Hi guys, so welcome back again to my channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. Thank you so much. So this week the children are going to be at homes, but I've put cartoon for them, so I have peace of mind to do this video for you all. Now, starting your journey to the UK for 2022, I'm going to try to break it down into as detailed as I can, so that it will be very easy for you to understand. But when I'm done with this video and you still don't understand any aspect of it, please let me know in the comment section. I will answer it so that other people can also benefit from the answer that I would give. So now, drum rolls. Your journey to the UK, January and September. Are you ready? Yay! So now, if you know you are for January 2022, did I say 2021 before? No, 2022. If you know you are for January 2022, you need to start now, like now. Things you need to apply to the UK for your visa. You need your passports. I've heard about the struggles people go through in trying to get passports or renew their passport. So please, the earlier the better. If you can actually see someone that can make the process easy and faster for you, it will be very, very good. It will be very, very good. Please try to get your passport ready. If you know that your passport is remaining just few months on it, renew it, even though it's remaining 6 months or 8 months, because the law actually says you need to renew it if it's just remaining 6 months or so. But please, even if it's remaining 8 months, 1 year, renew it faster. And it's also difficult to renew your passport here in the UK. They have a whole lot of backlog, In fact, people of 2 years, from 2 years ago, they are still yet to get their renewed passport. So please renew your passport back in Nigeria. If you know you are coming with your family, you're going to have to do passport for every member of the family, even your 2 years old baby, even your 2 days old baby, what am I saying? 24 hours old baby would need an international passport for identification. They are not going to do biometrics, but they will need the international passport. So that's by the way. Once your international passport is ready, and that of your family, the next thing is to book your TB test immediately. We only have 2 places you can do TB test in Nigeria. That is IOM in Lagos and IOM in Abuja. I've already detailed the vlog of how my own process went when I went for my TB test and my family in IOM Lagos Ikeja. So you can actually check that video in my list of videos. You see everything that I said about it, what to experience, what to go with, and how to coordinate yourself there. You see, this TB test something is a very, very ethic something. If you don't do it on time, it's an ethic process. You need to book on time. Those of you that are going in September 2022, please, your TB test is valid for 6 months. So you need to do it within that 6 months. Don't need to wait for August or September when you want to leave. You come and start processing. When you want to process your visa, you come and start doing TB test. Like I, for instance, I was to leave by September. My school was to start by September. I did my TB test in May, June, July, August, September. 6 months. It expired that September that I made sure that I was already in the UK when the TB test expired. I left Nigeria August. So by September when it expired, I was already in the UK. So please time yourself very well. I know I did it in May. Thank God I did it in May, because so after a while, there were no dates available. People were actually paying money to get a date, a very close date. By the time you apply for your TB test probably in June, you'll be seeing date of December. People are actually now paying for it, and it got so messed up. So thank God I was able to do for her and my family, and we got our certificates that same day. When we were booking, we booked for 8 a.m. and we waited. In fact, it took the whole day. I did a vlog on that, so you can actually watch what to expect concerning your TB test. After that, meanwhile, I think I forgot to tell you, make sure you've applied to at least 10 schools. If you are coming with family, you don't need a school that's paid £22,000 as school fees or £17,000 as school fees. Look for a cheap school. The goal is to relocate out of whatever country you're coming from for stability's sake. So look for a cheap school, look for an area, or I don't know what your your opinion is on that. You might not want to look for a cheap school, you might want to look for an Ivy League school. But for those of you coming with family, you know that whatever expenses you are incurring is going to be times the number of people in that family. For instance, the TB test is going to be times 4. Everybody is going to do it. Your 2 days old baby is going to do your TB test. So now for TB test, you are paying, the adult is paying 50,000 plus, while the children is paying 23,000 plus. Your international passport expenses is there, your ticket is going to be there, your visa application, ISSV, everything is going to be, so it's going to be times 4. So you might want to be very, very fixed, or how would I say, very intentful on the type of schools you choose and the kind of areas, the kind of locations. When you're choosing your school, please make sure that the Nigerian community there or the African community there is vibrant. They are much there, because you don't want to be the only African in one big territory and be a victim of racism. So try to choose schools when you know that the African presence, the black man presence is okay there. And where you know that your children, you can put them in school and they will not be the only black kid in school or be the only black kid in the class. So please, when you are applying to schools, watch out for all these things. If you are applying to schools in London, know that London life is more expensive than outside of London. For instance, I stay in Hull. House rent in Hull is very cheap. You get within 400 to 600 for house rent in Hull. But this same apartment, 2-bedroom house that I'm in, if it were in London, you're paying like 3,000. So please, especially you come with family, make sure you look at your expenses, your budget very well. Then, as I said before, try to apply to at least 10 schools. A lot of schools are overwhelmed, so when you apply to them, you might not get feedback from them in a very long while. So instead of them wasting your time and all of that, please move ahead to the next school. So try to get 10 preferences, 10 choice, and apply to them all. Try to make sure the courses you are applying to, they are courses that you are relatable with. Don't be like me. I'm coming from the banking and finance industry, and I switched career to data science, and I'm not finding it easy at all. It is not funny. So if you know that you want to switch, make sure you have a background knowledge. Make sure you start working on it. For instance, you want to go into the IT career, and you're coming from law, you're coming from banking, you're coming from business administration, you're coming from whatever department you're coming from. Please try to know some programming languages. It will help you, because your 1 year is going to be very, very fast. Nobody is going to wait for you to ask you, do you understand or you don't understand? They don't care. All they know is that they've already taught you. You still don't know if you pass your exam or you fail. So try to get background knowledge of whatever courses you are applying to. Those of you that are trying to switch into nursing or switch into the medical field, try to volunteer to all these hospitals in Nigeria. Try to get background knowledge or read books, so that the transition will not be so dramatic. The next thing, after you've choose your school, another thing you need to watch out for in choosing your school is the requirements to getting CAS. Like my school, immediately you pay your deposits of £2,000, you don't need anything again. The next thing they are giving you is your CAS. Whereas some school, you need to show them evidence of proof of fund that has been held for 28 days. You need to show them your evidence of TB certificate. You need to show them your evidence of English language. Some of them will say you must even write IELTS and so many other things before they give you CAS. Even after you meet all these conditions, they still stress you. It will still take like a month, 2 months before your CAS is given to you. Some of them even still do CAS interview. Before they give you CAS, they want to interview you, phone interview or Zoom interview and all of that. They want to know if you are eligible to school with them and all of that, or the course you applied for, if you'll be able to understand it and all of that before they give you CAS. Meanwhile, the meaning of CAS is confirmation of acceptance of studies. Yes, that's the meaning of CAS. I think so. I'll check that again. Yeah, acceptance of studies. I'll check that again. So please, these are the things you should look out for. Why I chose my school all was because they didn't stress me. They didn't say you must bring proof of fund, you must bring TB test, you must bring this, you must bring that. Some of them, some schools are even saying that if you have visa refusals before, not from people from UK now, from other countries, Canada, those of us that have been trying Canada, Express Entry, Poland, and so many other countries like that. If you have visa refusal at all, they are not going to give you cash. And by the time they are refunding your deposit, they are taking a percentage for it, for processing whatever and all that. So please, these are the things you should look out for. Look out for the tuition payment plan. There are some schools that will tell you that you must pay your entire school fees before you get enrolled. Enrollment is not your deposit fee. Enrollment is when you've landed in UK face to face. You're going to sign for your ID card. You're going to give your ID card, your BROP, your documentations, and full documentations. That is enrollment. So some of them would tell you all that. So please try to make sure that you look at the payment plan. Some of them will say you must pay 50% on enrollment. His total school fees is £13,000. 50% on enrollment is like 6,500, and you're coming with family. There are other expenses on ground like tickets, your accommodation, so many other things that you still need to. So look at all these things carefully before choosing your school. Choose your school, ask questions, go to the school website and research. In fact, have a jotter whereby you write out everything they need and then you compare. It's not a decision you need to make in a hurry. It's not a decision you need to make in a hurry at all. To make, as an international student, you're only entitled to 20 hours of work. Even if you come with your spouse can work full time, yes, 40 hours but will he or she kill himself because they want to pay school fees of 12,000, 14,000, 22,000 pounds? No. So please try to make sure you streamline all your choices based on all these facts. I'm going to do a live section on Sunday so that you can ask me questions on all of this and I'll respond to you. So after getting your CAS, following the orders and whatever requirements your school need for that, after doing that, the next thing is to apply for your visa immediately. But before you apply for your visa, you need your proof of fund. You need to have an amount in your account for a minimum of 28 days. They don't care where you got the money from. They didn't ask you to prove where you got the money from. But you need to have that money in your account for 28 days. Now, how do you know the exact amount to have in the account? First of all, if you are schooling in London, you need an higher amount. But if you are schooling outside of London, you need £1,027 per month times 9 months. That's about £9,207. And then for each dependent is £680 times 9 months. So you need to show your living expenses for 9 months. And then you also, what needs to be in the account also is your balance of your school fees. For instance, your total school fees is £9,000 and you paid £2,000 as deposit. It means you are left with £7,000. So 7,000 plus 9,207 plus, if you are going with dependents, that's 608 times 9. You get the figure there. Or times how many dependents. For instance, I'm the family applicant. I'm the one going to the school. My husband, my 2 children, they're my dependents. So 3 dependents. So 680 times 9 into 3 places, plus my balance of school fees, plus my own living expenses of £1,027 a month times 9 months. So that's what I need to show in my proof of fund. This amount, it fluctuates, so you have to check the UK website often to make sure that they have not changed the figure, or cost of living goes up every time, and they actually do edit some of the information on the website. So you make sure that you're actually up to date on that. So when your proof of fund is seated in your account for at least 28 days, it's going to be valid for another 31 days. And then within that 31 days that is going to be valid for, you need to make your visa application. You can choose to do priority, which means that your visa decision will be out within 5 days, or you do standard, which means the decision will be out within 3 weeks, or you do super priority, which means your visa decision will be out within 24 hours. These are different amounts. 24 hours is a huge amount. Priority is another amount. Standard, which is 14 days or 15 15 working days period of waiting for your decision, is another amount. I think in addition to that, I think you also have to pay your IHS fee. Your IHS fee is immigration health surcharge, which means you'll be eligible to access medical care in the UK. So the current amount for that is £750 times £750, which means you're going to have to pay for that and pay for your visa fee. And if you are paying for priority, it means you pay your visa fee plus priority plus your IHS times the total number of dependents you have. So some people, what they usually do is to pay for priority for only the primary applicants. The rest of them does standard. Yes, so you can actually come to the UK with your entire family and apply together. I think it's more easier if you apply with your family together. So that's just basically a summary of everything you need to do for your journey to the UK in 2022. I don't know if I'm omitting some parts, but if you have any question about any stage in this process, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll be happy to reply you so that others can also benefit from the replies. Don't forget to like this video and share. Thank you and God bless.